Hello students, today we'll start with the unit 3rd, second topic, that is a drug information. It is a current relevant critically examined data about the drug and the drug use for the given patient or a situation. Many institutes run the drug information center separately or within the group or any kind of people from any place. So if we see the history, first Drug Information Center was developed in the University of Kentucky in 1960, and in the US it has been stated that 80% hospitals having their own drug information service center. In India, it is an infancy stage with a few of the centers developed in the hospitals. So in India, beginning has been made by the professor of the pharmacology, which is in Mumbai at a government medical college. Second is the CMC, and the hospital Vellore has been trying in this direction earlier. So, what is the need of the drug information? Basically, the number of the drugs in the international market has increased very much, and the newer drugs are generally more potent and selective, and the formulation become increasingly complex. So, the literature on the drug has also expanded and covers a wide range of the information. To introduce a new drug into the practice, the professional needs to evaluate the given information. So, a simple quick reference to pharmacopoeia or formulary is no longer sufficient. That's why we have a need of the drug information in a hospital. So, what is the aim and objective of the drug information services? As it provides a provision of information to the healthcare professionals on specific problems related to the use of the drugs in particular patients. The provision of the information to official and government agencies to optimize the decision making processes, the preparation and the development of guidelines and formularies to improve the patient compliance, and to provide the guide to responsible self medication, to develop and participate in continuing education program. It also participate in undergraduate and graduate teaching program for the educational activities regarding to the appropriate use of the drug for the patient in the community, to prepare and distribute material on drugs to health profession in the form of a drug information bulletin and or other media, to develop and participate in research program also. So these are the aim of the drug information services. Let's see the sources of the information from where we get all the information in the drug information centers. First is the primary source, which is a first current new research, new patent or new information which is presented by the authors without any evaluation by a second party, and it provides must current information about the drug. If we see the examples, it's articles which is published in any of the scientific journals like British Medical Journal, Journal of Clinical and Hospital Pharmacy, Journal of the American Medical Association, and many more. And any new thesis, any research has been published by the research scholar, researchers and the manufacturers materials, or any patents which is the original information. The advantage of the primary source is the most, it is the most current about the drugs, most current information we can say. And the second is the ideal source of the drug information. If we talk about the limitation, it has a limitation on certain respective journals articles which are accurate. It can be a guaranteed inadequacies, and the review articles are not considered as the primary sources, or the original research articles are the important ones. Secondary sources are the secondary sources are usually indexing and abstracting services, and the original sources has been evaluated by the second party other than the publishers. It can be modified and rearranged form. Some what The advantages of the secondary sources are, it is a quick and selective screening, and sometimes it is adequate information for the drug information. And if we see the limitation, it describes only the articles and which is used to locate the general articles. The example of the secondary sources are the review articles like LexisNexis, or we can say a Medline reviewing articles, some international pharmaceutical abstract in Pharma, Index Medicus, Expert Medica, Iowa Drug Information Services. These are the different platforms which have an article embedded in this form. Third is the tertiary sources, the information obtained from primary and secondary source and arranged in a manner to represent a composite of the available information. Advantage of the tertiary source is the easy and convenient access, and the background information is available. Limitation of the tertiary source is not recent, and it is not update or supplement needed, and the author might not conduct through research of the literature. It can be misinterpreted of the, or we can say a misinterpretation of the primary or the secondary source. The example of the secondary source is the representative from the pharmacopoeias like British Pharmacopoeia, United States Pharmacopoeia, Indian Pharmacopoeia, British National Formulary, etc. Or we can say encyclopedia, dictionaries, guides, textbooks. So these are the secondary sources. Other sources that other than the tertiary are the public and the hospitals, which include the information about the adverse effect of any drug, local drug list, national formularies, hospital formularies, and we get the information from the internet also, like US FDA, American Association Hospital Pharmacies, or any drug list. Or we can get a direct information from the Science Direct. Information can also be gathered from the phone calls to the manufacturers, government and non-government organizations, and also to other drug information centers. So all these about the drug information and the different sources of the drug information services.